Friends, I am Ganaraj Kutpaliwar. Welcome you all in our channel Nima's Last Minute Passing. This is the first subject for third year mechanical student of 2015 pattern, heat transfer. Heat transfer basically it is a thermal related subject. In that subject, numerical plus theory point is come. So if you are thermally very strong, heat transfer very strong, then it's easy for you. Okay. And those who are lacking that subject, this strategy for those also and who are strong in that subject. So we see the strategy by unit wise. Before the seeing strategy, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our videos for more and more videos. Because after that video, we are posting the videos on a Tom 2 also and on a TMC and MQC and all. So be connect with us. So be subscribe our channel. We first see our question number 1. In the question number 1A, basically it relates with the unit number 1. The 4-mark theory which will be asked. Maybe in that 4 marks theory, a derivation on Cartesian coordinate. Basically, it's a compulsory derivation on the Cartesian coordinate. But if this derivation is not come, then critical thickness of insulation or economic thickness of insulation on theory on temperature gradient. Maybe out of this 4 point, one question will become there in that 4 marks for theory. And in question number 1A, one numerical for 6 marks. Basically, this numerical on first unit means the without internal heat generation. This numerical. In that numerical, maybe you are in some exam, the numerical was come on a wall. So in our End-Sem exam, the numerical will be on a sphere or a cylinder. Okay. So this numerical on first unit, that is without internal heat generation. And our question for this question is question number 2A. That is theory on 4 marks. This theory may be on a boundary conditions, simple definitions on unit number 2 or significance of Fourier or Biot number. Out of these 4 topics, the theory will become. The theory is very simple, but these theory topics may be on second unit. So be prepared with that. And with that theory, one numerical for 6 marks will be asked. The numerical depend on the second unit. That is with internal heat generation. There is one equation that is a one-dimensional heat equation in Cartesian coordinate. Basically, from that equation, the Poissons and all the equations may be done. So, by considering the internal heat generation, this numerical will become. But be careful for that. Done the numerical of wall, also the for sphere and for our cylinder also. And in the question number 2A, maybe the theory will become on the one they may be asked only the formula of sphere for 3-dimensional, one-dimensional heat transfer equation on sphere or cylinder also. So be careful for that. Okay, learn that equation. Okay. So you must, for this numerical, you must have to know the formulas of thermal resistance of a sphere, wall and cylinder. If you know the formula, then only apply the electrical analogy, and by the applying that analogy, you have to solve that equations. Okay. This is the portion for unit number 1 and 2. Okay. And unit number 3 and 4, on the basis of that units, the question number 3 and question number 4 will be asked. In question number 3A, one theory question for 4 marks. In that theory question, basically they say the basic concept of a fin, what is a fin, efficiency of that fin, effectiveness of that fin, derive the temperature distribution equation for that fin. Then maybe these questions will be asked on that. Okay. And on derivation of the fin and all. In the boundary condition, maybe the question will become in that topic. Okay. So be prepared with that. Okay. And with that theory topic, one numerical. It's very compulsory and it is 101% guaranteed that in that question number 3B, one numerical for 6 marks on compulsory on lump system analysis. The lump system analysis numerical will be asked for 6 marks. Maybe the steel ball will be asked. If you are very passionate and you are very interesting with that in that subject, then you have to prepare the Mahesh Rathod book for heat transfer. If you are not, then see our local books. In that numerical you will be see that numerical in that books. Okay. With that stillborn numerical, you must have to prepare one egg numerical also. They say the timing of that initial timing of that egg, after the putting that egg in a freeze, after what time, or which type for the lump system analysis, how many time is required for that, or the temperature they have to asked. On the basis of that, one numerical will be asked for 6 marks in the question number 3b. So I must have to prefer to attempt the question number 3, because it increase our chances of our questions that will be asked. And question number 4, it is maybe the whole theory, but I haven't said that this theory must be there. Any theory will be asked in that question number 4. As the analysis is done on the last year question papers, the question number 4 is very tough. Maybe the question will be asked, they asked the question on the best of the derivations and all also. The derivation which is out of syllables also. That's why you have to prepare the question number 3. It's very simple for you. Then we move towards our last units, that is unit number 4. Last unit means unit number 4 and 5 and 6. In unit number 4, the question number 5 and question number 6 is based on the unit number 4. So in the question number 5a, one theory question on 8 marks, and in question number 5b, one numerical on forced convection. They have to find out the H, heat transfer coefficient, for the forced convection. Okay, so one question on that. They have to given all the, you have to calculate the Reynolds number and all, and then you have to find out the Nusselt number, and you have to find out the H, heat transfer coefficient. And maybe they say that to find out the Q, the heat transfer in that. And question number 6a, one theory on 8 marks and one numerical on 8 marks. Okay. So in question number 6a, one numerical on 8 marks will be asked on the basis of natural convection. So here you have to find out the Grashof number, and then find out the Nusselt number, and then you have to find out the H, that is the heat transfer coefficient. On the basis of that heat transfer coefficient, you have to find out the heat transfer in that. So this numerical will be asked on that, and all the empirical relations, all the constant and all, they have to given in our question. Okay. And the theory in question number 5a and question number 6a, on the basis of these 4 topics whatever I mentioned, it's in that theory topics, it's very compulsory and it is very preferred that you have to do all the dimensionless number. In the dimensionless parameters, you have to do its significance. Okay. If you are doing it, then it's very simple and it is useful for you. Whatever the dimension parameters, you prefer the previous year question papers also, whatever they asked. And the mechanism of natural convection, difference between natural and forced convection, thermal and hydraulic bond relay. What is the velocity bond relay? Means the hydraulic bond relay. They have to say that. The parental number, what is the relation with the parental number and the velocity bond relay, and all they have to ask. They will be asked on that. So you have to prepare this all. So for the theory topics, you have to prepare this all the 4 to 5 topics, and these all the dimension numbers. I compulsory said that you have to prepare that all the dimensionless number with their formulas and basic definition. No need to go in deeper in that. And the numerical on the either forced or natural. It is depend on you whatever you like, and on that. Next we move towards unit number 5. In that, on the basis of unit number 5, the question will be on question number 7 and question number 8. So question number 7, that is question number 7a, that is numerical on a shape factor, and question number 7 is theory for 8 marks and 8 marks. The compulsory numerical on a shape factor, they will be asked, or one derivation for the shape factor, they must be asked. And or to that, the question number 8a, that is numerical on radiation shield. You have to solve the numerical on the basis of radiation shield. In the radiation shield, similar to in the first unit, you must have to know the resistance, thermal resistance for wall, for cylinder, for sphere. And in that question number 8a, you have to must know the space resistance, what is the surface resistance on the formula, that is F upon H A into F, that is 1 upon A into F, and that is a shape factors and all. So you must have to know that formula. Don't go on the complex, but one note for that numerical on the radiation shield is that if you are see our local books, and in the local books they have to mention only complex formulas. whatever you that, you must have to know the space resistance and surface resistance formula, and we try to apply the electrical analogy in that. After you have to apply the electrical analogy, this numerical will be very simple here. And if you are going to buy the solution way, or in the our local books whatever they do that, they solve this numerical on the basis of various conditions. If you are not going in that way, you have to go the conceptual way, then it's very simpler for you. And the theory must be prepared on this basis of the following topics, that is the law of radiation. It's very recommended and it's very compulsory that you have to prepare the laws of radiation, that is Kirchhoff's law, Planck's law and all. On the basis of this law of radiation, there will be the most important and compulsory question on that, so you have to prepare it. And the shape factor, radiation shield is very important. The shape factor is very important. Calculation of shape factor, what is the shape factor, that is very important. Okay. The basic all definitions you must have to do. Black body, what is a black body, what is the influences and characteristics of that black body. This question will be asked in exam. Electrical analogy, same as electrical analogy in our first unit. The same as electrical analogy will be used, and this is used in our fifth unit also in the radiation. Okay, you must have to know. Space and surface resistance, I previously said that the formulas of the space and surface resistance you must have to know. Don't go in the derivation, but you must have to know the basic concept, where we have to use the space resistance and where we have to use the surface resistance. By the addition of the radiation shield, whatever either the heat transfer is increased or decreased, or the resistance is increased or decreased, you must have to know that all the parameters while the deciding that. Okay, we have to move towards our unit number 6. In that unit number 6, the question number 9A, B, C. These 3 questions are dependent on that unit. So in that this unit is asked for 18 marks. So the one numerical on 8 for 8 marks. This basically depends on LMTD or NTU method. You have to find out the inlet temperature or outlet temperature, or overall heat transfer coefficient, or heat transfer through that heat exchanger. The one numerical on heat exchanger is compulsory for that. And theory question for 6 marks and 4 marks theory questions, and option for that unit number in that unit number 6 for option for question number 9. Question number 10 is there. 10 is the derivation or LMTD or effectiveness of heat exchanger. This derivation is compulsory for that, but don't depend on it. Do the numerical better, because the numerical is very simpler and they are very good numerical and very interesting on that. Okay, so you have to prepare the numerical also. And theory, 6 marks theory and 4 marks theory. These are the theory, the topics. On the basis of that topics, the theory will be asked. It is a film wise and drop wise condensation. I strongly recommended that for the film wise and drop wise condensation, you have to prefer the Mahesh Rathod book if you are really interested in that topic. Okay, if you are not, then you have to prefer the local books. The nuclear boiling, pool boiling curve you must have to know, because it is very important from the exam point of view also and theoretical point of view also. So you must have to do pool boiling curve. What is the heat pipe, NTU, number of transfer unit, the question will be asked on that. And later this question on this topic, the question was also asked, and in our exam also the question will be there. Design selection of heat exchanger, active and passive cooling method. These are all the topics for our unit number 6 theory. Okay, do numerical compulsory, because the numerical is very simpler and very compulsory for that. Because if you are going to the theory, that maybe creates confusion. If you are going towards the numerical, it's very simpler for you. So this is all the strategy for heat transfer. So if you really like this video, this strategy, please comment on that. Please like, share and subscribe our video. And for the connect with us for the future videos, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.